You know, when you start training, you never think about the things that can happen with you. I think the saddest thing, you don't remember about what you're doing, what you did. I'm afraid if this happens with me. I don't remember like your family, and this is very scary because you're gonna be empty inside you, you know?
Most people have no idea how many athletes are suffering in silence. We sign up for careers that almost guarantee injuries, concussions, financial and mental health issues. Very few of us are prepared for the lasting effects our careers will have on us. I just want to help those in our community better understand why they are suffering. We can all help each other.
Hi, how are you? Chris?
Yes.
Being a concussion advocate, I've connected with many people from many different sports. After her fight with Amanda Nunes, I was concerned with the way that Cris had gotten tagged with a few punches and it looked like she had lost consciousness. I felt the need to reach out to Cris and ask her about what her rehabilitation process was going to look like and if she had the proper understanding, diagnosis, and care plan that so many deserve, especially somebody like her, a world champion and a UFC fighter. It's brought me to meeting Cris and being able to join her on her journey to rehabilitation.
You like cats?
I do,
Yeah.
yeah. What are your cats' names?
Layla and then Sugar Ray.
Okay.
Sugar Ray Leopard.
Sugar Ray Love. Layla's actually my daughter's name. Thank you for showing me that.
You're welcome.
How are you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look good, your eyes look good.
Ah, thank you.
Sharp.
Yes.
There's something that you said, fight for the people
Cannot
who
fight.
can't fight. And somebody said to me on social media, you're the voice of the voiceless.
19 to 25 years old, I was not a very good person, okay? I was angry. I turned to hockey because you can hit people and it's legal and you can fight them. And I was always a confused kid. You know, from my childhood, I was very angry because of the physical abuse I endured. There was abuse that I endured from 16 to 19. So I took that anger into the NHL.
Because people see you just inside the cage. Some people look at me and say, ah, you met me and say, you're really nice. I look at them like, oh, how do you think I'm gonna punch in the face and you met me?
That's what they think about
Yeah.
me too. Oh, man.
Because then people see me fighting, the how style I fight, and then people think I'm the mean person, you know, and I'm the opposite, like I'm not a mean person. I look the heart people. The heart's the more important thing, you know, and I think I try to show these people this, you know, for the heart is the most beautiful thing.
Now when I move forward, I try to live the right way so that my luck is a sure thing. Try to treat people the right way. For the last year, I've just been on my phone and my wife gets mad at me. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm trying to help people. I'm literally just trying to connect people. If somebody says they're in Virginia and they want help with their concussion symptoms, I text Dr. Carrick and then exactly with what I did with you. That's my life's mission now.
Nice.
I wasn't born with a mental illness. I never suffered from anxiety or depression. I'm very lucky. And then after those concussions, I was suffering. And I had to figure out why.
I think it's really special because a lot of fighters don't know about it, because I don't know about. I can do exercise for my brain, like it sounds stupid, but it is real, you know. It's like when you do my knee injury, you go to the doctor, do physiotherapy. And it is nice because we can fix a couple things, you know, you don't know you can fix.
I want to be able to remember my career. I won 2 Stanley Cups, I played over 700 games, I met a lot of amazing people. I have my wife and my kids because I played hockey. It got really scary with all of the symptoms and I was fearful that And some days I still am, but I can't live in that. I can't live in that negative headspace where, oh my gosh, I think I'm sick, or I'm gonna forget my kids' faces or names. We are sitting here talking for a reason. And maybe that reason is so that more people can understand signs and symptoms.
Because we train all day, you don't think about. But it's nice to have a professional check on you. You know, and all fighters, I have some fighters contact me, Cris, I want to see your doctor. And it's nice because it's gonna be better for us. You know, I think I'm gonna fight again maybe 3 years, 5 years more, maybe I can do 10.
Sometimes I have those flashes and I get really anxious and depressed and sad. And do you fear anything? Do you fear any repercussion from fighting?
You know, when you start training, you never think about the things that can happen with you. I think the saddest thing, you know, remember about what you're doing, what you did. You know, it's really sad. I'm afraid if this happens with me. And I'm glad I'm young and start doing this. I know I have some damage, I have a lot of concussion, and I can continue doing the program and, you know, getting better and fix the injuries if I have it more, you know, in my career. But this is scary, you know, how you can remember everything, you know, you did it for the sport. I don't remember like your family, and this is very scary. This is very scary because I think this is video very special for all the fighters. For you can remember your family, you can remember when you get your first belt, remember your first fight, remember everything. I think this is so special because you're gonna be empty inside you, you know.
So it's not actually winning. I won 2 Stanley Cups.
Of course, it's nice, it's good, but you know everything in your life, you know, and some things happen with you, falls, for you learn. No, this is no good. This is not the best thing you have.
I've seen so many of the comments, and they're so passionate about you, and I think it's because of the way you speak and how intelligent emotionally you are. One of the things that blew me away about you is how you handled that loss. Your emotional intelligence. When Halle Berry, she was crying, and you said, no, don't cry, I don't cry, right?
Yeah.
You said it was the greatest day of your life because for the first time, you, your brother, and your mother held hands and prayed.
Yes. At the fight, I used emotion, like emotion. Like a long time ago, I'm not fight with emotion. Long time I started using more techniques, you know, study. But this fight, I was a totally emotion. I don't did anything I trained. Like I started the fight, I saw her, and then boom, I was blind. But after the fight, I don't felt sad. Like I don't feel sad. Like I just feel like a release. I don't know what to say, but and then people say, Cris, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. You know, maybe I'm not deserve that, but you know, maybe I'm gonna learn something. I think because in the life, not just be a fighter or any sport you're gonna do or any job you're gonna have hard times in your life. I'm a fighter in the cage, but everybody fights for their lives every day. Like, okay, you lost, you have to see why you lost. Sometimes the victory God have for you is not just the victory, the fight. Why I'm the champion? Just because I fought and beat people and then they have my belt, gold belt? No, I'm fight because I want to be the champion in people's life. You know, I have to make the difference.
And to your point that you've made a bunch of times, I needed to fail all of those times. I needed to go through 2 opiate addictions. I needed to go to rehab at 25 to find who I was, to make peace with my family, to make peace with the game.
You know, sometimes it's okay when I have like the bad thoughts on it by myself. I pray and I fought for take out this thing in my brain. Like, no, this is not gonna happen. I cut in the beginning. Like when come bad thought in my brain, I try cut.
Right away.
Right away. No, give food for that thing, you know, it's the first thing I use. It's before the fight shoot. Yeah.
I know there's some dark times you talked about when you're by yourself. Those were my darkest times, is when I was by myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes my brain tells me, stay inside. Don't talk. Don't call that person back.
Yeah.
Don't text that person back. I know now that that is my sickness. That is a disease. Whenever I was in the room, I was always trying to make people laugh. Whenever I went home, I was crying, you know?
With concussion or concussion, it's a fight every day. Like same in the cage, it's a fight every day. You do good things, bad things, it's together.
For me, I reached out to you after I saw the fight because I've been following you again. You've inspired me. Do you see in the future more athletes helping each other, more athletes coming out and talking about their struggles and not just highlighting the nice car they have or the beautiful backyard that we're sitting in?
A lot of fans don't know about what you pass through. You just go over there sharing when you win and your team win and don't know this. I think after they know a little bit more, they're gonna respect more. I think when you contact me after the fight, I think you say, okay, Cris, your life now changed mine, but your life changed too, because the things, everything you pass through, and then you telling me, and they help me for no pass through this. You know, I think it's the same thing. I think it's the athletes or normal people too, and I think they have to be together and they be one community.
We can all help each other.
Because I said this, you need to love yourself first, you know, and I thank you for you be here with me and, you know, for me be part of this. I know this is just the beginner.
Thank you for, can I give you a hug?
Yes,
I mean, this is
course.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, nice.